Hello everyone, happy Monday night. I'm here to craft the beach hutch. And I picked some really cute colors. I think you're gonna like it. So tonight's keyword is hutch. If you just type in the word hutch, Messenger, I've set up an automation that will message you the link to the hutches, like the hutch collection. So all you gotta do is type in the word hutch and it will, like, you'll get a message, it'll send you the link. I love this automation. It's made life so easy. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. It's been a little tweaks that we've got to figure out along the way, but it's working out really good, and everybody is loving that they just get it right to them. That they don't got to wait for nothing. I got to scoot back just a little bit. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. So let me show you the colors I picked. So these are the colors that I picked for the hutch. It is the beach. It's called the Mini Coastal Hutch. Mini Coastal Fancy Hutch. And I am obsessed with it. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Tomorrow, we're going to go in and see how our night lights did. I did glue, before I came out here, I took a picture of the night light that I did do in the laundry room. I'll get a picture in the daytime tomorrow because I couldn't get a daylight picture because it was already like dark here, but I did get a picture of the nighttime and how it's like turned on, and it's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so good. This one is going to be lovely. So how's it going, friends? What's up, Diana? Hello, Karen. Hello, Trudy. Hello, everybody. Welcome. What's up, Kim? I see Kim. Kim Daniels. I see Julie and Shelly. Dana's here. Welcome. Y'all be sure to say hello when you pop in. You're so happy I'm crafting this hutch. Me too. Me too. I have had this in my car in the back seat for a while. I've been saying, like, I'm going to craft it, and I haven't done it. So we're going to do it tonight. So let me start with the colors that I picked. Where's my brown? Okay, I'm going to get the brown really quick in case I decide that I'm going to stain something. So this is Burnt Umber by Apple Barrel. I love Burnt Umber. The, like, Apple Barrel's Burnt Umber. I think it's a really awesome, like, undercolor, like a base for a brown if you wanted to, like, stain something first. So fantastic. Espresso is comparable for deco art, but it's not the same pigmentation. You're not going to get the same outcome, but it is similar if you can't find the Burnt Umber. Hello, Edith. What is up? Okay, so let me start with the colors that I picked. So good. So good. Okay, so I wasn't sure of the melon color or the coral color. So I did pick coral. It is just called coral. It's more on the orangey side, I feel like. It's got more of like an orange, like, do you see them together? It definitely has more of like the orange tones, which I feel like is kind of coastal. And then this is melon, but I feel like this color of pink is kind of coastally. They're just really two pretty colors, and so I haven't decided which one I will use in the colors of this, but I will decide. I will pick one. It's just going to be as the project evolves. I'll probably zero in on what color choice. So for the hutch color, okay, I was going to do navy. And then I was like, no, you're not going to do navy. You're going to do something you would not normally do, and you're going to go with that. And so I'm going to paint it crystal blue. It's a very beachy, think beach house. Think beach house on the ocean, beautiful, like you walk into your vacation spot and you see this beautiful cabinet and it's painted this color and it just screams vacation. This is what I am going to do. I'm going to paint the hutch this color. I hope I don't regret it, but I think it's going to be so good. Okay. So then I'm like, okay, what should we do to the inside, like the back part of the hutch? And I'm thinking, I'm not sure. So I was thinking maybe of doing like a khaki-ish color or like just white. This is light mocha. It's not white. So this light mocha or I have 2 other colors. This is khaki tan, and I'm just not sure. I'm like, I feel like they clash a little bit, so I'm not sure about the khaki tan. And then I'm like, I don't know about this. I feel like they might clash a little bit. And this one is fawn. So I might tone this down just a smidge. What I really would love to see is like a driftwood, like, you know, like a beadboard backing to a piece of furniture, and it's got that like driftwoody, soft brown, but it's like almost like a white brown. That is what I was thinking for the back of that. And so my other thought was do that color and then whitewash distress over it, so it has like a weathered look to the background. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe I like the softness of this, but I think I might like the undertone of this with this and this. So I think the background, I might do these 2 together and like do like a whitewash. And by the background, I mean the back of the hutch, like this inner part here. And then the other colors I have is desert cactus. I love this green. I think it's very coastally. Hello everyone, I see you joining. And then this one is just midnight blue. It's not deep midnight blue, it's just midnight blue. So those are the colors that I've picked for my hutch. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I'm really excited. And I hope you guys like the way that I do this one. Hello, Marsha. What's up? Okay, so earlier today I was live making night lights, and tonight I'm going to do the coastal beachy hutch. Hello, Pam. All right, I pull up my comments over here on my phone so that I can... Y'all, I have a really hard time focusing. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I have to be at the doctor to get my lab work done at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I cannot eat anything because it's a fasting blood test. So, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. All right. So tomorrow is lab work. And then I go to the doctor, and then I go to the doctor on the 10th. So I'm gonna find out what he can do to help me with my like focus issues, because I'm like, I used to be really good at being able to multitask, and then I just wasn't. Okay, so we're gonna do we're gonna pop out all of our inner parts, and we're gonna do our hutch first, because that's gonna build our foundation of how we're gonna do all the inner parts of this. And I'm going to set those aside. I don't need the back. And I'll do the banner later. I'll do that. And then this is the stand that goes on the back. And then there's this little cute basket that has like umbrellas in it. It's so much fun. Midnight blue is blue, one of your favorite colors. It is. Actually, navy. Navy blue is my all-time favorite. Used to be purple, and then I kind of changed my mind. Okay, so let me scoot you guys back just a little so you can see what we're doing here. And I'm going to point you down. I'm going to be up here, but I want you to be able to see like what we're working on, okay? All right, so we're going to take a tool, and we're going to go through these score lines, and we're going to make them a little bit deeper than they are. And I'm going to use this tool to do that. And it's going to take me just a second. I think you are ADD like the rest of us in the world. I think so too. Y'all, this sounds like nails on a chalkboard, but it will only last for just a few minutes. But I need to do this beforehand. And I just like to... This is a light scoring. We don't do it on a high power, so it just does the light lines. But if you want them a little deeper, you can just go over it with your tool. And I always run off the path for some reason. Pray for me, please. I'm going through testing to see if I have kidney cancer. Patty Ann. Girl, I will 100% pray for you. I pray that you, that you don't have nothing. that you don't have nothing. Well, I thought I had lupus, if I'm being real honest. And I was very, very, very thankful to find out it was a vitamin D deficiency. So I've been taking my vitamin D. I've been doing what I'm supposed to. I've been doing everything the doctor asked me to do for the past 6 months. And I really hope that I have good results when I go in. Because I'm very nervous. Love my nail polish. Well, I did cut my nails down. They were getting so long. I'm like, these are entirely too long. So yesterday I did cut them down a little bit. But I thought it was a fun color. So we're going to go on Wednesday. My sister and I have an appointment to go get our nails done on Wednesday. And I think I'm going to do something patriotic maybe. Maybe I'll wait till the end of June to do that for the 4th of July. We shall see. Maybe I'll do... I really want to do a hot pink again. I really love the hot pink. So I'm just scoring this a little bit deeper. Yes, praying for each other is so important, you guys. So thoughtful. Hello, Debbie. Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. So if you're new to my page and you are typically seeing me here lately do them sun catchers, we also do other wood crafts like this. And I'm doing the Hutch, the beach, or the coastal Hutch tonight. So close, y'all. So close. 2 more. 2 more. There we go. And now we're going to paint over this. And I think I am going to do the backer a lighter color. And I'm going to go with fawn. And then I'm going to whitewash over it. Yes, prayers for everybody who needs them. That is right. And y'all, I bleached my water bottle. I also did that before I came in here. Hello, friends. So what did y'all think of Avery's craft on Friday? I think it turned out so absolutely adorable. She did so good. She did so fantastic. Hello, Jill. How's it going? What's up, what's up, what's up? Hello, hello. All right, I'm using a makeup sponge. And I'm just going to go into this. And I am going to add just a tad bit of water. Just a little, because I want it to soak more into the wood and not lay on top of it. So I just wanted to water it down just a little bit. And I'm just going to do the background of this. And it's very similar to the color of the wood, as you can see. Very close. A little bit of water. She did such a fantastic job, didn't she? She really did. Oh, I think I might have missed that one right there. Yeah, I promise this is darker than the wood. This is my second time watching and your videos are so therapeutic. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do talk a lot. I do like a lot of explaining. I try really hard to help people like see how easy it is and introduce them to something that I think that they will love. Okay, let's dry this and see how it looks. I don't know if you can see this. There's some water dripping, but it is a little bit of a different color. It might not look like it, but I promise that it is, especially when we dry this. Avery's craft turned out so good. Hello, Cindy. So I want this dry so that I can put the whitewash over it. You missed it? Oh, on Friday? You like the conversation here? Okay. All right. Hopefully you guys can see that there is a difference. I can definitely see there's a difference. Right there. There you go. Sometimes these bright lights make it look brighter than it is. But you can see there's a difference in the two. All right. So I'm just going to run through one more time. Because I'm going to go over this. And I want it to look like beadboard lines. Like there's a beadboard background. Straightening up here. Oh, yeah. So this morning I voiced over the surfboard video. I posted the Elmer's Glue Cardinal. So back when I was uploading videos and stuff like that, I had Dylan editing all my videos, my previous live videos, if y'all remember those back in the day. And I am doing it myself. And so I will edit them in the mornings and then I'll wait like a few days and voice them over when the house is quiet. So today, Caden had work, everybody was gone, and so I voiced both of them over this morning and got them done. So I did get those finished. Oh, I feel like that spot right there is just a little questionable. All right. Hello. So we had ants in our pool over the weekend. I didn't get to swim yesterday. The girls got in the pool. I did not. My husband did. And I don't know if I told you that earlier, but so I went out there today. The ants are gone. Praise the Lord. And I almost got in the pool, but I didn't. All right, so I'm going to dust this off. I'm going to dust out those lines because I don't want them to have anything in them. And now it looks like that. So just going through with a little tool to deepen those score lines makes it look like this. Love my colors. I loved yours. It was so good. It was so good. Okay, so let me set this one aside. We're kind of done with that. And let me get me a sponge. Now, I'm not going to stain this first and do this color. I'm just going to do this color. I'm not going to do anything extra. You went to the lake yesterday and it was such a beautiful day. I want to go to the beach. I want to go back to Destin so bad. And I've been watching the... there's a website called Last Minute Deals or Last Minute Deals. Something. I think it's called Last Minute Deals. And I've been watching it. I'm trying to like watch closer to get to like July because they post like cancellations, people who have booked a trip and then they canceled and now the booking is open and people want to get it filled quickly. That's how we got a really good deal a couple years ago on our trip to Destin. And so I'm hoping I can find us a really good deal so that I can go back to Destin this year, but who knows. Here says what material you use to cut these on. This is called HDF. It's high density fiberboard. It is a little bit stronger, durable than MDF. And it resists like swelling and water damage and things like that. So like you can put it outside. Not saying it's going to last forever because obviously it's wood. It will degrade over time. But I put door hangers on my door with this material and I don't have any issues. I've never had any issues. And, but that's what it's called. It is, high density fiberboard. Let me make sure I got my color here. Okay, this is very, very colorful. Just give it a chance, okay? Just give it a chance. You just at the beach for 2 weeks? Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do if I was at the beach for 2 weeks. We go for like a week, and that's the longest we've ever like gone on a vacation is like a week. You go to Destin every other summer and you never want to leave? Me too. Me too. One of my goals for like retirement is to buy a condo in Destin. We just paid off all of our vehicles, so right now we're trying to pay off our house, and that would be so nice to like buy a beach house or like a condo and like rent it out part of the year and like be able to go and travel there. That would be so good, but we're just not there yet in our life. Maybe one day. You're headed to Destin the end of August. The whole family is going. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm so excited for you. And I'm kind of jealous at the same time. Oh gosh. So excited. Hello, Roberta. What is up? Okay, here is the bottom. Isn't that looking cute? We might need a second coat on this. I'm gonna let that dry and see how it does. All right, let's do the top. And this is called, what did I call this? Crystal Blue. Crystal Blue. So coastally. So y'all, we have a ton of Hutches. A ton. There's so many. There is some at the warehouse I haven't photographed yet. I've got them cut. April was going to take pictures of them over the weekend, and then we were like sold out of so much glass. So we went in to make glass instead, and we didn't get the pictures done, but I'm going to try to get that done tomorrow after my doctor's appointment. So that's my goal. Oh my gosh, this is so good. So I'm going back over it one more time because I feel like it just needs a little extra. All right. We'll let that dry. Let's come back over here to this one. I'm going to add a little water. Okay. So I don't want to do a heavy coat on the next pass over this. So I'm just going to water this down just a little. Just dilute it. And then I'm just going to lightly coat this with a thin coat for a second coat. Hello, I see y'all joining. Welcome, happy Monday. So I'm watching a new series on Netflix. I've not watched any new documentaries in a while. I think I've watched everything that there is to watch. And it's called The Better Sister. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I think it's on Amazon Prime. And I'm on like episode 3. And it's kind of like a murder mystery. And I'm kind of trying to figure out like who did it. It's kind of like a clue. Like, it's like you're watching episode 3 and it's like you've not quite figured out who did it, but you're getting little snippets here and there. Hello, Mary. Use that color a lot on your beach crafts? Really? The crystal blue? Well, it's beautiful. What a beautiful color. All right, I think I got this. Blue is your favorite. I never used this one before. Love it. Very bold. It is very bold. I did say that. I was like, I wanted to do it navy, but I was like, no. How long do your videos stay up on Facebook? 30 days. 30 days. And then Facebook deletes them. We download them and we're uploading them to a place where you'll be able to watch them, but we just now got all of them downloaded. So Michelle has been uploading videos today. Everybody's videos delete after 30 days. Now, videos I upload that are not live, those don't delete. That's why I've started editing some of these videos and reposting them, because those don't delete. Okay. Such a cute color. I am very happy with it. I love it. Love, 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 love. All right, let's dry it. Oh, we got to do the edge. We got to do the outline, like the border. Okay, I do want to see how it looks really quick, because I think I am going to whitewash this. It's too brown. It's definitely too brown for me. And it's going to look way better with a whitewash. So now we need to do the outer border. You can see there's like a frame around this, and so I'm going to paint that next. So let me set this aside, and let's go in and do that. Oh, you want to paint the Americana painting, but you don't have all the things yet? Well, I will download the videos, so I will have them. So when you do it, if you just message me, like email me, I'll be able to give you the link to the replay. So if anybody's watching and there's a video you want the replay of, just message me until we get this, the videos all uploaded. And I can go ahead and like find the video in our hard drive and we can upload it. All right. I'm not so worried about down here getting it in the middle. I don't want to paint over this. And then I'm going to have to do another coat on this for sure. I'm going to need some more paint. Ooh. I feel like I just got that too far in. Is there a patriotic Hutch that I may have overlooked? No, there isn't. And I thought about making one, and then I was like, I think it's a little late, because by the time I actually would make the design and post it, and you receive it, it would probably be too late. Because I have so many things I have to photograph right now. And I'm finishing all of the Christmas in July. But I did think of that. I will try to put something together. I just can't promise it. It'll be done in time. Thought the painting was really cool and you want to try it? It's really cool. All right. Okay, I think that's a pretty good second coat. Let's dry it. And then we'll do the background. And then we'll do all the inner parts that go on this. This is the fancy one. I like the fancy ones. They're my favorite. I am excited for Christmas in July. So many fun kits coming. All right, let's lay this back on top and make sure we got everything covered. Yes. I mean, look at how cute that is. Now our edges are painted. All right, let's do the inner part. And I'm gonna use a chip brush. Hang on, I need to go see if I have some more. Well, I thought I did. Okay, let me dig in this drawer really quick and see if I can find one. Ha, I found one. Oh gosh, such a crappy brush. Sorry. You do Christmas all year? I mean, we sell Christmas all year. Well, not in my shop, but on Etsy. We do a lot of Christmas on Etsy. It's like all year long. I don't know what it is with Etsy people, but they constantly shop all year for Christmas. All right, this is a light mocha. That's what I'm going to use for the whitewash on the background. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Ooh, we don't need that much. Let me try to scoop some of that back up. That was a lot. Oh, you could do the green guy. Yeah. That one's pretty cool. Okay, so when I do like a dry brush, I have a specific way of doing it, and some people have their own way. I just have like the same, I try to do it the same way every time. You want to have something that you can like offload your brush with or on, and that's what I typically do. Is I'll load my brush and on both sides, and then I'll kind of like offload it and just have just a little bit of paint on my bristles, and I don't wet my brush. So I'm just gonna load my brush on both sides to where it's not scooping, it's just kind of coating the bristles like this. And then I will take this on something like a piece of wax paper, and I just try to encompass the bristles a little bit better. And you see that the paint's not really pooling on my brush. So I know that when I go to dry brush, I'm gonna get this, and it's not going to drop off like a lot of paint off my brush. So that's typically how I do like and I will do several light coats to create the final look instead of trying to achieve it all with like one brush stroke. That's what works best for me. So you just kind of have to try and do whatever works for you. And I just go over the whole thing, and I'll probably need to do my edges again. I probably should have done this first, and I didn't. And just go over the back until you really don't feel like you have much paint left on your bristles. And I like to go all the way down once I know I've got most of the paint off the top. I can press a little harder and drag my bristles through my surface. And I can push a little harder. And then it's going to give me the look I'm going for. And now I really don't have much on there, so I need to go get some more paint. And so I'll just do that one more time. And come back over here. And then we're going to come back again. And we're just going to keep doing layers until I'm like, oh, that's the look I'm trying to achieve. Is like a light wash. And I'm following the length of it, like the lines. And if it gets a little heavy in places, that'll be okay too. you try to do it all at one time, you may not achieve the look you're going for, and you're going to get too much coverage instead of like a wash. And now I can use all of the bristles. Okay, now I'm going to stick the Hutch on top, and I just want to see how it looks. I might need to do a little bit more, but I do think that this looks pretty good. It looks a lot better than it did. I still feel like it's a little dark. Let me do one more pass over it. Has most of your pain gone away in your hands? Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. And my doctor said that it didn't go away right away. It took some time, and I had to be on that vitamin B for a while before I feel like I could really tell a difference. And that is just part of people who have like vitamin D deficiency, that you can have like chronic pain, which I did not know that. It doesn't affect everyone that way, but some people it does. And it just so happens that I was really having a hard time with that. All right, I'm just gonna go through and create a few like chunky spots. In a few areas. And I think that looks fantastic. I feel like it needs a little spot right here. Something's going to cover that anyway, so I think it'll be okay. All right, I'm good with this. And I will touch up the top of my Hutch here in just a second. That looks so good. See how it changed the background so much and just made it look very beachy now. Connie, yes, I take the prescription also once a week. I do too. The over-the-counter stuff just my doctor said is not enough for what I need, and so sound like somebody's on the porch. Oh, somebody's leaving. I'm like, it was a car door. It sounded like somebody was right outside on the porch. Freaked me out. All right. I love this. Okay. So what I'm going to do is lay my stuff on here, and then I'm going to do the pieces that go on it, and then I'm going to set them in like on my Hutch. Now I might need to use some markers depending on what I'm doing here. And I do have some over there that I will go grab them if I need them. Okay, so let me go get the color I forgot to get for this. Called Oyster Beige. Where's that white? Oh, there it is. So it's called Oyster Beige. It's a little bit different. It's not much. It's just a hue difference. Vitamin D3 plus calcium supplements with vitamin D, both prescribed from the doctor. Yes. Looks great. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. Oh, look at that. That's gross. Let me shake that again. Okay, so this has sand dollars and seashells for the banner. And this goes at the top. whoops. It goes across the top like that. If you don't want yours to have this, you can just leave it off. And just a fun little tip for you, if you use some snips, you can cut these little pieces off and just use them on other crafts if you don't want to use the banner. But I'm going to use the banner. You use the oyster beige on your beach projects? Well, good. Do you lock your door while you are there? No. No, I was thinking it was an animal, not a human. I thought maybe there was an animal out there on like a deer. I mean, who knows what it could have been. That's what I thought. Okay, so for the sand dollar, for the the starfish, I'm going to do the oyster beige, and I'm just going to dab over this. Oh, I'm going to do the banner too. I'm just going to do all of it. So I'm just going to dab over this. Not heavy, not like a heavy coat, just kind of like that. And then I'm going to change the oyster beige to a deeper shade after I do the starfish. Or the sand dollars. I'm going to change this. I'm going to do the sand dollars a little bit of a different color because they have a more of a brown undertone. Thank you. So the keyword tonight, if you want to get the link to any of the Hutches, is to comment the word Hutch, and my messenger automation will send you a message with the link to the Hutch collection. Okay, so starfish are done. Now I'm going to take this, what was that? Khaki tan? Was that khaki tan? I think it was khaki tan, and I'm going to put a little bit with this. I don't want it this dark, but I don't want it this light, to make a little bit of a darker color than this. And I think that's pretty good. I just want it to be like a subtle change. That is pretty good. All right, so just like I did with the starfish, I'm just going to bounce over the top of this. It's just very subtle. And it's not quite full coverage. That looks so good. I don't know if you can see the difference, but there is a shade difference in these. It's very subtle, but there is a difference. You get blood work done every 3 months. I would have thought that my doctor would have done my labs after about 3 months, but he was like 6 months. And I think it's because he wanted me on the vitamin D for so long, and then he wanted me to change my diet for my A1C because it was elevated and I needed to get that under control. So, y'all, I've really tried. I have very minimal sugar. Minimal. All right, so I'm going to stick this on the top of my hutch right up here, and that looks so cute. All right, let me close this up, and let's see, how do I want to do these? So let's do Okay, so just this goes together. Sorry, I had to look at my picture and make sure where this went. Let's do a wood. Let's do, no. Let's do a navy anchor, which is the midnight blue. Let me pull this plastic off of here. It's like hanging on barely. I never cut the plastic off. I should. All right, so I'm gonna cut some sponges in half because we're gonna do smaller things with these other colors. I'm gonna do the anchor. And then I'm gonna do this, the light mocha. No, the oyster beige. I'm gonna do the basket, oyster beige, and I'm gonna do brown. I'll add a little richness to the khaki tan to do like rope handles. I feel like that's a good idea. Do this. And I'm just gonna paint over the handles for now. And I'm just gonna go like up to this little line here. And I'll sand this down and make it look distressed. Okay, I'm gonna take some burnt umber. Put it on my plate. I'm gonna get this brush that I was using and I'm going to put it in the burnt umber and then I'm going to mix it over here with this mixture I had already made. I just want a little bit of a richer color. For our handles. And we'll just pretend that they're rope handles. So just subtle, really subtle. And then I'm just gonna go along the basket just a little with that darker color. Give it a little bit of a pattern. For our basket. And I didn't quite connect all the lines. And you could do your little lines tighter together or further apart. And now my little basket with my umbrella looks like that. I feel like it looks good. Okay, then we're gonna do our umbrella. Clean out this brush. Just a little. Can use that for something else. All right, so let's do this brush here. And I'm gonna get the, ooh, this is where I gotta decide. I'm gonna do the coral. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna commit to it. Thank you, Dana. This is gonna be so fun. So so stinking cute. So I'm going to do that coral color for this umbrella. And I'll maybe add some polka dots or something. So we've got that's definitely going to need a second coat. Let me dry that. Let me do another coat over this. Just want to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, what color do I want to use for the handle? Let's do a blue handle. Let's do that. Okay, so the little handle to the umbrella is blue. And let's do this other one. Let's do this other umbrella, the desert cactus, which is this color of green. And I'm gonna use a brush for this. So we'll use this green. You can use like a pattern paper if you want to. I'm just going with some colors that I think kind of go. I feel like I need another color. What other color would I use? I have an idea. This is a golden straw. I'm going to use a yellow. Ugh, that was gross. Let me use the lid. I'm going to use yellow on this handle. I don't know that I love that, but I'm going to give it a chance. I'm trying to go for colorful. Okay, so we got our little umbrellas in our basket. What do you think? Is it good so far? You said yellow question mark? I went and got yellow. I think it's pretty good. Actually, I'm going to leave this lid out because I think I might use that green again. So I'm going to leave these lids here and that color there. All right, let's do our lighthouse. And I think I'm going to put this on this side over here. Let me make sure. I think I have it on that side in the picture. I do. Okay. I do. All right, let's do light mocha again. I need to get some light mocha. I don't have any on that plate. All right, I'm gonna do this a little different. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do coral at the top. This is not going to be your traditional lighthouse, y'all. Coral. There's a little line there. I'm going to follow that. And then I'm going to do blue. I think it's just going to pop. I'm going to do the... Let's not do the mocha on a sponge. Let's do it on a brush. Sorry, I had to get this cleaned out. All right, let's do light mocha. On 2. And then we'll do navy. Okay. Let me dry that because I think it's going to need another coat. What do you think? Is it pretty good? I think it's pretty good. Let's do a second coat just to brighten that up. Okay, and we're going to do navy and green. Green. We're going to do navy at the bottom. You know, coastal stuff is like super colorful. That's kind of what I'm trying to achieve here. Let me get that blue. And then we're going to do that at the bottom. Probably should have went with the midnight blue, the deep midnight blue. I mean, it does dry a little darker. All right, let's try this. And I'm going to stick it right here. Stick it on the hutch right there. Okay, that's where I put it. All right, don't need that. All right, where does the rest of this stuff go? Let me see where the rest of it goes. All right, let's do the frame of our sign, the coral color here. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so cute. Okay, so that goes there. And then the piece next to it is this little like seed bottle. It's not a seed bottle. It's like a message in a bottle. Something like that. I'm gonna wipe this off and sand it just a little. There's little seagulls and it says sail away with me. That is so much fun. All right. I'm gonna go over it with this light color first. And I'm gonna add a tinge of blue. So maybe it looks like a bottle, like a glass bottle. You know, like glass. It's hard to make wood look like glass. Okay, so then I'm gonna take the green. Take the green for the top. I'm just gonna go on the inside, which you could make that into like a little cork. I'm just gonna do it green. I'm trying to coordinate these colors. And then I'm gonna do some blue, and I'm gonna mix the blue with this to make a light blue for the water. You can see it's like a much lighter blue. I forgot my glasses in the house. Pretty sure I just got out of the lines. All right, so my little bottle looks like that. And then I'm gonna do my little seagulls with a marker. I'm gonna do them a little different. I'm gonna do them like a gray color. Just so they have a little bit of color. And that's gonna be what my bottle looks like. I'm not gonna do anything more to it than that. Okay, so in this little shelf here, we get the sign that goes inside and then our little bottle. And I'm just going to pop that out of there. If I can pop it out of there. Let me get my little tool here. There we go. Sorry, I gotta touch it up. I missed a bunch that I thought wasn't supposed to be painted. There we go. I got it. Okay, so the top of our little bottle is done. All right. That right there. All right, now we're gonna do our sign. And I'm gonna do it this light color. Sorry, I gotta do a little bit more paint. And then I will use a marker to do the words. And that's gonna go in here. I'm just gonna lay it on there. That'll be okay. All right, let's do our little fish and our stand. Let's do our stand. I'm not liking the yellow handle. I'm gonna sand that. For some odd reason, I'm just not loving that handle with that vibrant yellow. So I'm gonna sand it down and see if I like it with a softer shade of yellow. It's more worn. Okay, that is much better. Okay, so let's do our fish. Let's do our fish. Let's do our fish green. I'm gonna mix that green with a little bit of this light mocha to make like a lighter shade of green. And then I'll do a wood stand for our fish. I think that looks good. That'll look good. And I'll use the burnt umber. For that. Put a little water. And we'll wipe that. So it'll be more like a stained color. And then we'll do the eyeball. With a marker. All right, let's pop out our little fish. See how it looks. All right, we got our sign. We got our little message in a bottle. We got our little fish. Our boat. So our boat, I think we need to do our boat the coral color. A coral color boat. I need to get more paint in my lid. So I just like to do it, put it in there and like see what it looks like. Do it, put it in there, see what it looks like. And then if I just don't like it, then I can change it. But then I know kind of what it's going to look like on there. All right, let's do our boat. Coral. And I'll do some white with that. And then let's do our sail brown. Like our little is it a mast? I don't boat, so I don't really know what it's called. We'll do that. Clean this. And then we can do what color? We probably should have done a blue boat and a sail that was the coral to kind of tie in with that. Let me do that. Let me wipe this off. I'll do a blue boat and then I'll do a coral sail. Because the navy's at the bottom of the lighthouse. I think that'll just look better. Let me dry this. I don't want it to turn purple. let's do a blue boat. And we're gonna sand all this stuff, so it's gonna seem a little more like washed and not so perfect, and I want it to look a little distressed. I don't have a cup out here, so I'll just use a wipe. That's gonna be really cute. I like that better. All right, now let's do our sail. That coral, and we'll do coral and white accents on our boat. That looks pretty good. I really need to get glasses. I can't see anything that I'm doing. I can use this marker. It's just about done. That's not bad. I'm gonna take a couple coats on that blue. Let me try that. You could have done a white boat with blue stripes, but I didn't do that. I did something a little different. All right, let's stick our boat on there. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. All right, what's next? What's next? Let's do this. And I think I'm gonna do these spindles coral and surfboards blue with green and white. I think that would be cute. And then I need to figure out what I want to do with the beach house signs. So I'm gonna pop out this here, this little sign. We'll do that separate. Let's go ahead and do, since I already have this coral color on my brush, let's do the little spindles. Coral. And we're gonna do both of them the same. And I'll pop those out so we can do our surfboards. What do you think? I'm dying to know. I think the Hutch was a perfect color, and I think all these are just looking so adorable. All right, let's put our little, get our little spindles out of there. These are gonna go on the top shelf. it looks like that with those up there. And then we're going to do our surfboards. The blue with the green and white. So let's start with our lightest color first. And it's going to go on one side. And then across the bottom. And I'm going to do the other surfboard like the opposite. So I'm going to do this side, that light mocha. Y'all, this is really kind of like decorating. It's really fun. You kind of get to come up with your own like decorations. All right, we're going to do second coat for here. We're going to do this side green, this side green. And the bottom is going to be blue. All right, we do this side, one more coat. There we go. All right, let's clean that. And we're going to use that green. Mix it with that mocha. I guess a little bit of a lighter color. And then we're going to do this side of our surfboard. Green. And the blue is dark enough that if I get into that bottom area, it'll cover it. Oh my gosh, so good. Look at those. Perfect. We're going to do our blue. And at the bottom. I think we should do our frame of our sign blue. I think that will be good. Okay, let's dry them. Stick them on our shelf. So a surfboard goes here, a spindle goes here. Let's scoot this one over. Let's do this one on this side. And then we'll do our frame navy. And I'm going to use a sponge. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. I could have done a wood sign, but I feel like it needs to be something like a pop of color. Yes. The navy is just in all the right places. A great addition to a beach scene. That's right. That's right. Okay. Now let's stick this up here. Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay. Now we're going to do this, the light mocha. That pop of brightness. And then I'll go over the letters with a marker. And I'm not going to use this welcome. You can swap it out anywhere you want if you want to. It goes on the top of the original, like the boxy Hutch. But it is what it is. All right, so this is gonna go in here like so. And we will do that. Now we have this little like tea towel that can go like right here. Cute. And I'm gonna sand this just a little. A lot of flashback. What color do I want to do? Let's just do it a light color. Keep it neutral. I think it'll balance it out. Perfect. Perfect. Love it. Okay. The only other thing I need to figure out is what I want to do for my knobs on my little Hutch, and then I just need to do my signs and then sand everything, and I think it's all good to go. So let me clean all this up. Oh my gosh, y'all, I love it. I'm in love. I didn't do anything else yellow. Just the handle of the umbrella. Seems out of place. That's all right. Okay. All this stuff. I don't need that. I'm going to stick these aside just in case I need to make some corrections. Didn't use that one. Did use that. I don't need that one. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, so we're going to start sanding. Gonna flip this around. All right, this is like a really light grit. How can I see your crafts? The messages are covering. If you hit the arrow down below down here, it'll drop all the comments. We did these already. We did those. They're starfish and sand dollars. Oh. I'll have to get up at the crack of dawn. I'm so dreading it. All right, let's do our little starfish. Or sand dollars. Let me use this tip. I'm gonna need to get another one. Let me see if I have another alcohol marker like this. Do I? I need like the pen marker. Not like a dark one. Gosh, I don't think I have another one. I wonder if I can just dip it in water. I feel like it's kind of getting dried out because I've used it so much. Let's see if that helps. I just put it in some water. That is not helpful. I need a new one of these. I'm gonna need that blue. This one's darker, I'll use this one. I'm just coloring in the openings. I don't think this is gonna work. Let me just go to the black. Just go lightly. Because this will bleed for some reason. I think it's just because it's an alcohol marker. They bleed pretty bad. And this one's definitely worn out. You gotta trust the process. It's gonna look great. We're almost done. I promise. It's getting there. Oh my goodness. Can y'all see that? Like, I don't know if you can see that. Do you see how the tip of it is so worn down because I've used it so much? It's just really hard to work with to get like a fine line and like stay in the lines. All right, let me go over these little small dots there. Without making a giant glob. And then I'm going to do brown in the starfish. Let me get a brown. Let me get, just going to go around the middle of the little starfish. And then I'm going to sand these. And so, oh. That is how this looks. And now it has a little more dimension to it. It's not so boring. Do you see there's a little arrow right there? Right at the bottom. Tap the arrow and everything disappears. Tap the arrow back up and everything reappears. That's how you get rid of them. What happened if you trimmed the end? Oh, I've already trimmed it. I think that's probably part of the problem. I probably shouldn't have trimmed it, and then it got worn out, and now it needs help. All right, so let's go back over it and just sand lightly. Give it a little weathering. It's a Beach Hutch. It's a little weathered. All right, let's stick that over there. That's done. Let's go ahead and do our little basket with our umbrella. That's good. Do this one. Just sand it down just a smidge. All right, that's good. All right, I'm gonna do the blue on here. On the little tea towel board. I feel like it's bleeding. It's all right. And I'll do our little ship's wheel. Different color. All right, this is blue words, and then I'll do the ship's wheel. Let's do it this green. It's not the same green, but it'll work. That looks terrible. Okay, there's green. That's good. I'll sand that in a second after that kind of dries. All right, let's do our little message in a bottle. Okay, let's do our sign. And I'm gonna do the saltwater and sunsets. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it this color, which isn't quite black. I don't want to do it blue. So you can see it says saltwater. Sunsets. I should have worn my glasses. Now you can do the other Hutch. That's just the mini Hutch. It's more like the boxy one. You could do it the same way. The butterfly and the dragonfly, you like that? I did too. I did as well. All right. So let's go ahead and come back to this and sand it just a little. Okay, that's good. It makes it look a little bit better. I said a little. Let's do the little lighthouse. I'll do this sander. fishy. We're gonna do a little fishy eye. Let's do that black. Let's dry it. Our boat. Oh, I broke off a little piece. It's okay. I got a little crazy with that. All right, let's do our surfboard. Our little coral spindle. And we'll sand our hutch last after we've taken everything off of here. And do our knobs. And then we'll put everything on, we'll glue everything together and put our back on, and then it'll be done. I think I'm going to do the beach house words in green. This frame's done. All right, this is the green I'm going to use for the beach house. This will take me just a second. And this is basically the last thing we're doing. These lines are a little bigger. I don't have a coral marker, or I would do it in a coral marker. I'll do the shell brown. I'll have to find me a marker that I can just get like a single marker, because I don't need like the whole pack. I don't know if they make those. Let's see. Let me do this brown. A little starfish. There we go. That looks pretty good. Not too bad. It's gonna be cute. What's up, Judy? I hope y'all like it. I have been so excited to do this one. Oh my goodness. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and sand the back and sides of our hut. I don't want to take away too much of the roughness. So I like the way that it looks. I do need this brush though. Just wanted to say hi. What's up, Donna? We are doing the cutest little beach hutch. It's called the Coastal Hutch. Really know what I want to do the knobs. I feel like I should do them white, but I don't like that, but I'm going to let that be the base coat. For the next color. Do this. I'm gonna do them like wood knobs. I think they would probably look better white though. It's all good. Okay, let's try that. Fly to Florida? Oh my gosh. You're gonna do two things that you absolutely love. Fly to Florida to get on a cruise ship. I hope you live your best life. Fly, 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 fly. Sail away. I said I would go on a cruise if it literally just hugged the coast. I can't be out in the open ocean. No, my anxiety can't have that. I just can't. All right, I need glue. Oh, sorry. Let me go get my glue. It's on the table. I think. No, it was just on the corner. It was on the corner. All right. I didn't pop out the drawers on this one. Didn't do it. Oh my gosh, it looks so stinking cute. Has your 2026 live event sold out? Yes. Yeah, so we don't have any tickets to next year's retreat. All of them are sold. And I'm really nervous, but I think it's going to be so much fun. Now, if I do this one and it does pretty good, I'll see about opening up to more the following year for 2027. Okay, let's go ahead and glue on our little... Yeah, we had to sell all the tickets in April because I had to pay for the house and I only had like 30 days. Your daughter has plans to fly to California from Ohio to go on a cruise. Ooh. I'm going to go to Florida and fly on Florida on Sunday, but not on a cruise. Going to see your sweet Oakley. Oh, so excited. You could swim to Hawaii since you fly and do the island cruise. I could also just like go to the Florida Keys because I hear that there's the longest bridge ever in the Florida Keys. I'm just so not here for it. I'm not here to just no. It takes enough just to get me on a pontoon boat. That's enough for me. Wouldn't be so bad if my husband wasn't the captain. he is not he's not a captain. He thinks he is in his mind, and he's a beginner. And every time he drives a boat, something goes down. Every time, without fail. All right, let's glue on this one. Stick it right there. And it's going to kind of sit on the shelf, and this is going to go in that little opening. And then our little message in a bottle. I mean, how cute is that little message in a bottle? Adorable. Sail away with me. No, thank you, but I will sit by and watch you sail. I will watch you. I ain't gonna go. Hello, Molly. All right, let's put our little boat. You think your husband thinks he's a captain too? What's the date for your craft trip? Oh, for the craft retreat for next year? It's in September through October. Well, it's the end of September through the first few days of October. If that's what you're talking about. It is at the Outer Banks. And we're doing it at the Mastermind House. So I'm pretty excited for that. All right, I'm going to hang this sign. I'm going to make it look like it's hanging. That says Beach House. And there's that. Let's put our little spindles. We need them to go the same direction, so I need to remember which way they go. I'm going to do that one like that. And point it straight up. Crafting with friends. That's right. So excited to. I started like my idea list for the things that we're going to make. And which way does it go? Which way? Oh, it goes this way. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, that's crooked. That seems pretty evenly spaced. All right, remember which way did I do these? Oh, it's gonna go like that. Green on the inside, white on the outside. August 31st to September 6th next year. That sounds like a blast. Let's do our little fish on the shelf. Holy cow. So stinking adorable. Now this is just a little, it's supposed to be like a tea towel that kind of hangs on your door. So you just glue it onto the front. And then this goes here, but let me stand it up first. Oh my gosh. That way I know where I'm supposed to glue it. All right, I'm gonna put glue right here. And on the umbrella. And on this umbrella. And stand it up. And glue it right there. Then I'm going to add the easel back. Your brother was actually licensed to drive cruise ships, but he has Crohn's disease and got really bad, and the Coast Guard pulled his license. Oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine like driving a giant cruise ship. That's awesome. I mean, look at our little Hutch. That's so cute. All right, let's add our easel back. And the hutches all come with this little, it's like a picture stand. And then you just stick it on the back and level it up with the feet. And then stick this on here because that's where it's gonna go. Make sure it's stuck. Put my glue in. And then the thicker part goes in the opening. Then you stick this little piece in the opening next. And then hook on the next side. And then stick it in that little slot there. And then let it dry. And that creates your little picture back. Alaska Marine Highway. You're scared to go on a cruise? I mean, I'll get on a cruise ship, but if it leaves, I'm not going. Like, I'll get on it at land. Like, I'll be a tourist, but I'm not going on a cruise. I will cruise around a cruise ship. That's what they should do. Somebody should, like, do that. Somebody should, because really, honestly, the whole point of a cruise is all the amenities on the cruise. Someone just needs to have like a docked cruise ship that you can just go and pretend that you're on the cruise, and they can just put the ocean scenery in like the windows where it looks like you're on a cruise, and then maybe rock the boat a little bit. I would do that for sure. I would probably do that. The whole out in the ocean thing, not for me. Okay, so the picture back now looks like this. Just like that. Not going to sea. I mean, I would be a customer. I would take my money. I'll do it. So now it's propped up, like it's standing up like a picture, and this is what it looks like. And I'll turn my camera around so it's not backwards. Let me go stick it over here. Let me go stick it over here, and I'll come get my phone. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my, stop it. Sorry, I gotta position it just right. Okay, that way it's all set up. Let me show you. Goodness. Let me show you. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Tell me that is not the perfect color for that hutch. Oh, dock ship is casinos. They still have those in Georgia. Give me a sleeping pill before I sail off. I would miss the whole trip though. Look at that, y'all. How pretty is that? Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Judy. Appreciate it. I mean, look at all the little details. Like, look at the little sign that says sail away with me. My lines on my boat are not perfect, but that's okay. Look at our little basket. The knobs actually look better than I thought they would. The no wake zone. Look at our little starfish and sand dollars up there. Little spindles. Oh my goodness. That's perfect, Christine. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is probably... It's probably my favorite one. Of all the ones I've done, well, the Christmas one I am in love with. I think it is absolutely spectacular. But this one right here so far is my favorite. It's my favorite. It's so good. So if you want to get any of the hutches, and there are a ton of them to choose from, You can comment the word Hutch, just type out Hutch, and there's an automation set up that will send you a message to your messenger with the link to the Hutch collection. So you can then see all of the Hutches. And there's a fancy version and then like a regular version. So just keep that in mind. There's two different styles. That one is the fancy. And if you don't like that fancier style, you can go with the more boxy style. And that was like the original Hutch. And then I made this fancy one because I thought we need to have a different style of Hutch. And so you can get the coastal Hutch and the fancy and the, it's just called the mini Hutch. There is so many. I'm not even kidding you. Like the whole collection is grown. Now there is 5 Hutches not added. And there's a laundry Hutch. There is there's another cat Hutch, I think. There's a dog Hutch. Honestly, I don't remember. I had Dylan cut them and do them, so I don't remember exactly which ones they are. But there are 5 Hutches that I have to do tomorrow and get those done, and then I'll put them in there. But, oh my goodness. Yes, so if you want to get a Hutch to craft yourself, like that one, how cute is that? You just got to comment the word Hutch and it will send you a link to your messenger, okay? If you comment as a business page, it won't send you the message. So just know that I can't send that automation to a business page. You have to comment as your personal profile. And then tomorrow we will do, let me think. Tomorrow we will probably do, what was that? Okay, let me go look at the post really quick. Let me go see, what was the options? Did y'all see these? Those are so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. So adorable. All right, let's see. Okay, so we did the Hutch. Somebody said to do the birds. The summer birds. So we can do the summer birds tomorrow. Let me go look at the comments. Robin says all of them. Lisa says birds and strawberry jar. Michelle Borders says birds. A good bit of people said the Hutch, so I did the Hutch tonight. The birds. The welcome sign, which is like a watermelon. Billy says the star. The craft room retreat says they're all cute, but that strawberry jar is adorable. Renee says birds, and then Hutch. Joyce thought it was a mushroom house, but I'm like, no, girl, it's a strawberry. And Marion says the patriotic gnome. Her husband's birthday is the 4th, and then Nadine says the watermelon. So we'll probably do them this week. We'll do the birds tomorrow. We'll do the summer birds tomorrow. And then I need to cut the patriotic ducks. And I'm going to try to do those before the 4th of July because they'll be so cute. I just don't know that I'm going to get to them because I have so many things to do, y'all. I have so many things to do. The summer birds, I know, right? We're going to do the strawberry jar. We will do that one. And then we'll do... strawberries are popular this year. The ducks are popular. Watermelon stuff is super popular. And that gnome, that little Liberty gnome is so cute. And there's a girl version that is kind of like a partner to this one. So fun. But I'm going to hop off. Y'all, I have got to try to get myself to sleep at a decent hour. I've been getting up super early, and I do have to be at the doctor at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I have to drive about 35 minutes to get there. And my appointment's at 9. I can't eat or drink anything. And I know myself, if I don't have like my protein, I've been having my protein drink every single morning. And if I don't have it, I feel icky. Like I feel lightheaded and kind of off. So I want to make sure I get up at a decent hour, get there and get done, and then get to the warehouse. The link works. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And then my doctor's appointment is on the 10th to like go over my lab work. So I'm crossing my fingers and I'm saying a prayer that all the stuff I've done in the past 6 months has paid off. And my doctor is like, you do not have to go on a cholesterol medication, because that's what I'm like hoping that I've got my cholesterol under control, and that I don't have to go on. I'm hoping that I don't have to go on any other kind of insulin shots, and that I've got my sugar under control, especially with these injections. I think it's really helped. I really do. So y'all just say a prayer, and anybody else that needs prayers, y'all just keep them in mind, okay? So y'all be blessed. I will see you tomorrow sometime during the day, and then we'll craft those summer birds tomorrow night. So, oh, and it's T-shirt Tuesday tomorrow. So before I go to bed, I will set T-shirt Tuesday up so that it's ready for in the morning, because I'm going to be too busy in the morning to do that. So T-shirt Tuesday will be tomorrow, and you'll just go to the shop, go to where it says T-shirt Tuesday in the menu, and then it'll show you all the collections that are a part of T-shirt Tuesday. Keep up the good work. I'm trying. I really, really am. I'm really trying. So I will see you next time, and y'all be blessed.